Welcome to the dazzling world of showbiz, where bright lights often hide the darkest stories. In an industry where beauty is seen as a miracle fix for achieving the perfect look. But when beauty spirals out of control, the consequences can be devastating. In today's video, we'll uncover the heartbreaking stories behind some of the most iconic faces, celebrities who sacrificed their careers, reputations, and even their lives in pursuit of an impossible standard of beauty. These are powerful reminders of the hidden cost behind the flawless image the world sees.
And they advised me not to take this because they said it was démodé. Single day, you can see it's a little worn. So this is what's in my bag. I dabble in social media and I track my child.
Linda Evangelista. From supermodel to cosmetic surgery. Nightmare when beauty technology betrays its users. Linda Evangelista, one of the most iconic supermodels of the 1990s, was once admired worldwide for her striking beauty and commanding presence. She was a fashion industry legend, famously declaring that she wouldn't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day. But as time passed, even a beauty icon found herself grappling with the pressure to maintain her youthful appearance. Hoping to sculpt her body without invasive surgery, Evangelista turned to cool sculpting, a non-invasive fat-freezing procedure marketed as a revolutionary way to eliminate stubborn fat. However, instead of achieving a slimmer figure, she was left with a devastating and unexpected complication. Her body became swollen, hardened, and unrecognizable. What happens when a procedure designed to enhance beauty turns into a nightmare beyond imagination? The condition Evangelista developed is called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, PAH, a rare but serious side effect that causes fat cells to grow and harden rather than dissolve. This risk, barely mentioned in promotional materials, turned her dream of effortless fat reduction into a years-long ordeal. Once celebrated for her flawless physique, Evangelista suddenly found herself hiding from the world, battling depression and self-doubt. The transformation wasn't just physical. It shattered her confidence and took a heavy emotional toll. In an era where beauty procedures are advertised as quick fixes, how many people are unknowingly putting their bodies at risk without fully understanding the potential consequences? Beyond the physical damage, Evangelista also felt betrayed by the beauty industry, an industry that once celebrated her but also led her to this tragic fate. Determined to break the silence, she filed a lawsuit against the makers of cool sculpting and spoke out about her experience, shedding light on a reality that many others might also be suffering in silence. But how many people have the courage to admit that their pursuit of perfection led them down a dangerous path? As advancements in beauty technology continue to emerge, are we blindly trusting the promises of these procedures without considering the hidden dangers? Linda Evangelista's story raises a crucial question. Has modern society created an invisible pressure so strong that even the most beautiful people feel inadequate? As cosmetic treatments become more accessible and normalized, do we truly understand the risks we're taking? And most importantly, when physical appearance becomes the defining measure of a person's worth, will any of us ever feel truly satisfied with ourselves?
What are you most excited about in life right now?
Well, the next Met Gala,
Met Gala this year. What should we expect?
you will expect the best
And what are you reading right now?
magazines.
And what's the song that you're currently obsessed with?
Donatella Versace, redefining beauty on her own terms. A fashion icon who defies expectations. Donatella Versace is more than just a fashion designer. She is a force of nature, a woman who has shaped the modern luxury industry with her bold vision and unapologetic individuality. After taking the reins of the Versace empire following the tragic loss of her brother, Gianni, Donatella transformed the brand into a global powerhouse synonymous with luxury, power, and sensuality. But beyond her undeniable talent, she has also drawn attention for something else: her ever-evolving appearance. Unlike many who strive to conform to traditional beauty ideals, Donatella has openly embraced cosmetic enhancements, famously declaring that natural beauty is boring. But is this a bold statement of personal empowerment, or a rebellion against conventional standards of beauty? Despite public scrutiny and relentless criticism, Donatella has never wavered in her confidence. With her signature platinum blonde hair, sculpted features, and commanding presence, she walks through life with the attitude of someone who refuses to be defined by others. She has never denied undergoing cosmetic procedures. On the contrary, she fully owns her choices and views beauty as an extension of self-expression rather than a submission to societal norms. But in a world that still judges women harshly for altering their looks, can someone truly have the freedom to redefine their own image without facing condemnation? Regardless of the debates surrounding her appearance, one thing remains undeniable. Donatella Versace is an unstoppable force in fashion. She is not just a designer, she is a trendsetter, a disruptor, and a visionary. Where others blend in, she stands out. Under her leadership, Versace continues to thrive, proving that creativity is not just about the clothes, but also about the image one projects. Yet, this raises an intriguing question. Is her defiance of conventional beauty a testament to personal liberation, or is it the inevitable response to an industry that worships youth and perfection? Donatella Versace's story forces us to confront a crucial dilemma. In a society obsessed with appearance, do we truly have the courage to live as we choose without worrying about judgment? When a woman dares to defy norms and embrace her own vision of beauty, is she a fearless trailblazer or a reckless provocateur? And ultimately, does beauty need validation, or is its power found in its ability to make people stop and stare?
Started working out, doing meditation, eating organic meals, drinks. Antioxidants, it's a powerful source to delay on. I have the same breakfast every day. Beauty has to come from within. For
Jessica Alves, The Journey to Becoming a Human Doll. When beauty is more than appearance, it's identity. Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo Alves, is one of the most talked-about figures in the international entertainment world due to her bold and relentless cosmetic transformation. Born in a male body in Brazil, Jessica felt from an early age that her external appearance didn't align with her true gender identity. After enduring years of emotional turmoil and deep loneliness, she made a life-changing decision to find her true self through plastic surgery. For Jessica, this wasn't just about beauty, it was about liberation. To date, Jessica has spent over $650,000 on more than 100 surgical procedures, including breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, jaw reshaping, liposuction, fillers, hair transplants, and gender-affirming surgery. Each operation came with its own set of pain, risks, and complications, but for Jessica, every scar brought her closer to the person she truly is. "I'm not chasing perfection. I'm trying to find myself," she once said in an interview. In her eyes, surgery isn't just about enhancing looks. It's a form of self-expression, an art of becoming. Despite harsh criticism from the media and online communities, Jessica has never shown regret. On the contrary, she confidently appears on television shows, international red carpets, and the covers of major magazines, delivering a powerful message about the right to live authentically. She openly admits to being addicted to surgery, but not out of weakness. For her, it's a way to reclaim control after years of societal judgment and suppression. Each procedure is a declaration. I am Who I Choose to Be. Jessica Alba's story raises some important questions for all of us. Can outer appearance truly reflect who we are inside? And do we have the right to judge someone simply for choosing to live differently? In a world that increasingly embraces personalized beauty, do you support using cosmetic surgery as a form of identity expression? Where do we draw the line between self-love and obsession? Share your thoughts in the comments, because stories like Jessica's are part of a much bigger conversation about identity, freedom, and what beauty really means, and the dark side of artificial beauty. When a superstar speaks out to warn her fans, Cardi B, the world-famous rapper known for her bold personality and unmistakable style, has made waves not only with her music, but also with her rare honesty in the entertainment industry. While many celebrities choose to keep their cosmetic procedures under wraps, Cardi took the opposite route. She went public, unapologetically. She shocked fans when she revealed that she had to remove 95% of her butt injections due to serious complications from an unsafe procedure. This wasn't just a cosmetic revelation. It was a sobering wake-up call about the real cost of chasing artificial beauty. In a candid Instagram Live session, Cardi B opened up about how she underwent the procedure back when she was a stripper, getting the injections in someone's basement, an unlicensed, unsanitary environment. At the time, the $800 price tag seemed like a quick fix to achieve the curvy figure she desired. But reality hit hard. The substances injected into her body had the potential to shift, cause infections, damage tissue, and even become life-threatening if not properly removed. What seemed like a shortcut to beauty quickly turned into a dangerous health risk. What makes Cardi B's story especially powerful is her refusal to cover it up or make excuses. Instead, she's using her platform to warn her fans, especially young women, about the dangers of unsafe beauty procedures. Make sure your doctor is licensed. Do your research. Don't risk your life for a discount, she urged seriously. With her massive influence, Cardi's message goes far beyond personal experience. It's a public call for awareness, safety, and responsibility in the world of beauty enhancement. Cardi B's journey makes us stop and ask ourselves, where's the line between self-love and body obsession? Have you ever felt pressured by the perfect bodies you see all over social media? What do you think about celebrities using their voice to reveal the dark side of plastic surgery? Is it bravery or responsibility? And if given the chance to change something about your body, would you go the natural route or turn to cosmetic procedures? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because sometimes these conversations are the first step in redefining what true beauty really means.
I probably was about the age of 4 when I started to know little boys. I would take the ball my dad got me and I'd put it in my stomach. So in about 2003, I was at a point in my transition that I felt like
Raji Nareenzing, the painful journey of a beauty victim, when the cost is more than just appearance. In her pursuit of an idealized beauty, American artist Raji Nareenzing found herself trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Hoping to achieve a more feminine face, she turned to an unlicensed doctor who injected dangerous substances like motor oil, superglue, and cement directly into her skin. Instead of enhancing her features, the procedures left her face severely disfigured, with hard lumps and unnatural contours that made her nearly unrecognizable. But the physical pain was only one part of her ordeal. The emotional toll of living with such drastic consequences was perhaps even greater. Do you think the desire for beauty can push people to risk their own lives? Despite the immense suffering, Raji refused to let her trauma define her. She bravely went public with her story, hoping to warn others about the dark side of unregulated cosmetic procedures. With the help of licensed surgeons, she underwent multiple reconstructive surgeries to correct some of the damage. However, the effects could never be fully erased. The scars on her face are not just remnants of botched injections, but lasting reminders of a decision that changed her life forever. Do you believe societal pressure and beauty standards play a role in pushing people toward these extreme measures? Raji's story raises a bigger question. Who is responsible for such devastating cosmetic failures? Unlicensed practitioners are clearly to blame, but should the victims bear some accountability for seeking out dangerous procedures in the first place, often lured by lower costs or the promise of instant results? In a world where appearance is increasingly valued, many are willing to take life-threatening risks to alter their looks without considering the potential consequences. If someone you knew was considering unsafe cosmetic enhancements, what would you say to them? Ultimately, Rajay Narinasinghe has chosen to turn her pain into purpose by educating others about the risks of unregulated beauty procedures. Rather than hiding her past, she uses her experience as a cautionary tale to prevent others from making the same mistakes. But does her story truly make people think twice before undergoing risky cosmetic treatments? Will society ever stop pushing unattainable beauty ideals? Or will people continue to chase perfection at any cost? What do you think matters more, achieving a flawless appearance or maintaining a safe and healthy body?
You know? When I was 26 years old, I understand that I'm not very pretty, yes? So I decided to make my lips because like this, it was ugly. So I started making my lips from 26.
Anastasia Pokreshchuk, pushing the limits of beauty. Is the world's biggest cheeks worth the risk? In a world where beauty standards constantly evolve, some individuals go to extreme lengths to achieve their desired appearance, even if it means ignoring medical warnings. Anastasia Pokreshchuk, a woman from Ukraine, is a prime example. Unsatisfied with her natural looks, she has taken cosmetic enhancement into her own hands by injecting filler into her face, aiming for an unconventional goal: to have the biggest cheeks in the world. Despite repeated warnings from doctors, Anastasia believes she is knowledgeable enough to perform the procedure herself. But should the pursuit of beauty ever come at the cost of safety and responsibility? Anastasia's transformation has garnered widespread attention, not just because of her dramatically altered features, but also due to her disregard for medical expertise. Specialists have cautioned that excessive and unregulated filler injections can lead to infections, permanent tissue damage, and even facial disfigurement. Yet, she remains unwavering in her choices, insisting that her enhanced cheeks make her feel more confident and happier than ever. This raises an important question. Can personal satisfaction justify disregarding professional medical advice and the potential long-term consequences? Her story is not just about one woman altering her appearance in an extreme way. It reflects a larger issue in modern society, where beauty is no longer defined by nature, but has become an endless race to modify and perfect. With the rise of aesthetic procedures, many people believe they can control their looks without professional guidance. But this brings up a critical dilemma. If everyone sees themselves as their own cosmetic expert, who takes responsibility when things go wrong? At what point does personal choice become a risky obsession? What are your thoughts on Anastasia Pokreshchuk's case? Should individuals have complete freedom to modify their appearance, even if it comes with health risks? Or should there be limits in place to ensure safety and prevent irreversible damage? And ultimately, where do we draw the line between self-expression and dangerous fixation? Pete Burns, the tragic tale of an icon, when the pursuit of beauty becomes destruction. Born with a distinctive voice and an unmistakable style, Pete Burns quickly became one of the most daring music and fashion icons of the 1980s. As the lead singer of Dead or Alive, he took the music scene by storm with You Spin Me Round, like a record, a song that defined his career. But beyond the dazzling lights of the stage, Pete Burns was trapped in a relentless battle with his own reflection. What started as a simple nose job spiraled into a dangerous obsession, leading to nearly 300 cosmetic procedures over the years. Each surgery pushed him further down a path of no return, stripping away not only his original appearance, but also his health and well-being. With every new procedure, Pete Burns found himself diving deeper into the seductive yet perilous world of cosmetic enhancements. He underwent countless alterations, lip injections, cheek implants, jawline reconstruction, multiple nose jobs, all in pursuit of an ever-changing ideal. But the real cost wasn't just aesthetic. The complications that followed were devastating, from severe infections and necrosis to excruciating pain that plagued him for years. At one point, his face was so damaged from a botched filler injection that he was hospitalized for months, undergoing reconstructive procedures just to undo the harm. Pete Burns didn't just lose his natural look, he lost his peace of mind, his sense of self, and, ultimately, his health. Despite knowing the dangers, Burns couldn't stop. He once admitted in an interview that he never felt complete and was always haunted by the idea that he needed more work done. But tragically, the perfection he sought was an illusion, one that always remained out of reach. The more he changed, the more dissatisfied he became, trapped in a vicious cycle with no way out. While he was known as an artist with a fearless sense of individuality, his life became a cautionary tale about the dark side of beauty obsession, where the pursuit of an unattainable standard can consume a person entirely. In the end, Pete Burns passed away in 2016 due to heart failure, leaving behind a legacy filled with both brilliance and sorrow. His story isn't just about a pop star who once ruled the charts. It's a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers of extreme cosmetic modification. From a trailblazing artist to a victim of his own insecurities, Burns's journey serves as a testament to the fact that true beauty isn't found in endless alterations, but in learning to embrace oneself. His tragic downfall stands as a stark warning that sometimes, the more we chase perfection, the further we drift from our true selves.
Если меня убьют, не будут и меня. Лучше умереть, чем жить в вашем мире. Твой софт, говно. Слишком много говоришь.
Mickey Rourke, the painful journey of a Hollywood icon, when botched surgery redefines a face. Mickey Rourke was once one of Hollywood's most captivating leading men, known for his chiseled features, piercing gaze, and undeniable charisma. Throughout the 1980s, he dazzled audiences with intense performances in 9.5 Weeks, Angel Heart, and The Pope of Greenwich Village. But at the height of his career, Rourke made a life-altering decision. He walked away from Hollywood to pursue professional boxing. The brutal sport left him with severe facial injuries, multiple broken noses, shattered cheekbones, and torn lips. To repair the damage, he turned to reconstructive surgery, hoping to restore his original features. However, instead of regaining his former self, Rourke became the victim of disastrous medical choices, leaving his face permanently altered in ways he never intended. Unlike many celebrities who undergo cosmetic procedures for aesthetic enhancement, Rourke sought surgery out of necessity. His intention was never to chase youth or perfection, but to fix the toll that boxing had taken on his face. Unfortunately, he entrusted the wrong surgeons with the task. He later revealed that doctors took cartilage from his ear to rebuild his nose, but the results were far from successful. Subsequent procedures only worsened the situation, as poorly executed operations left his face increasingly unnatural. Over time, rather than resembling the Mickey Rourke the world once knew, he emerged with a drastically changed appearance, so much so that fans and critics alike struggled to recognize him. The impact of these failed surgeries went beyond aesthetics. They also took a toll on his career and mental well-being. Once considered one of Hollywood's most desirable leading men, Rourke found himself typecast in roles that no longer suited his altered appearance. For years, he faded from the limelight, struggling to reclaim his place in an industry that had once embraced him. But just like in the boxing ring, Rourke refused to stay down. His resilience led to a triumphant comeback with The Wrestler, 2008, a role that earned him a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination. With this performance, he proved that true talent transcends physical appearance, and that raw emotion and depth carry far more weight than surface-level beauty. Mickey Rourke's story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of botched cosmetic surgery, even when performed out of medical necessity rather than vanity. His journey highlights the irreversible consequences of poor surgical decisions, where a man's face is no longer shaped by time or fate, but by the hands of doctors who failed him. Yet, despite everything, Rourke remains a fighter, both in life and on screen. He may no longer possess the face that once defined his Hollywood stardom, but his unbreakable spirit ensures that he will always be remembered, not for the surgeries that changed him, but for the artistry and resilience that define him.
I just love attention, so I thought getting plastic surgery and having bigger boobs, that's going to be what I need when I was younger. My dad was very aware of what I wanted, and he just was 20 years old. He got me my boobs and my lips for my birthday. My first...
Tara Jane, the living doll obsession. When beauty becomes a dangerous addiction, in a world obsessed with perfection, Tara Jane, a 33-year-old woman from Melbourne, Australia, has taken cosmetic enhancement to an extreme level. Known as the living doll, she has spent over $200,000 on plastic surgery in her relentless pursuit of a flawless, doll-like appearance. Her transformation includes 5 breast augmentations, 6 nose jobs, and countless Botox and filler injections. Despite her petite frame, which doctors warn is too fragile for further breast enhancements, Tara refuses to stop. But at what point does the pursuit of beauty cross the line into dangerous territory? Tara's journey is a striking example of how far some individuals are willing to go in the name of self-improvement. For her, cosmetic procedures are not just enhancements, they are a way of life. However, with every new procedure, the risks increase. Surgeons have repeatedly advised her against further breast augmentations due to her extreme thinness, which could lead to severe complications. Yet, she remains undeterred, convinced that her vision of beauty is worth any cost. Her story forces us to question, when does self-expression become self-harm? Beyond the physical risks, Tara's case highlights the psychological aspect of extreme cosmetic surgery. The desire to look perfect can become an obsession, fueled by social media validation and an ever-growing industry that profits from insecurity. Many individuals start with small enhancements, but gradually become addicted, never feeling satisfied with their appearance. At what point does cosmetic surgery stop being a personal choice and become a reflection of deeper emotional struggles? And should doctors have the authority to refuse procedures that pose serious health risks? What do you think about Tara Jane's transformation? Should individuals have complete freedom to modify their bodies, regardless of medical concerns? Or should there be ethical and medical limits to protect people from harming themselves in pursuit of unrealistic beauty standards? Where do we draw the line between self-improvement and self-destruction? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope the information shared today has provided you with valuable insights and a deeper understanding of this topic. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help raise awareness and inform those considering important decisions about their health and beauty. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below to join the discussion and contribute to future content. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.